Hinds County election officials tell 3 on Your Side they're moving forward in preparing for the July 14th special election until they're told not to. The upcoming election in District 2 is between Supervisor Anthony Tony Smith and David Archie. You may remember Special Status Judge Barry Ford tossed out the results of the 2023 Democratic primary. Well, today we heard from Circuit Clerk Zach Wallace as he outlined several steps he planned to take to prevent future voter irregularities. He suggests installing a vault at the Election Commission's headquarters to provide a more secure space to store the flash drives that record votes, among other things. Everything you need to know about the upcoming election, including if you're eligible and where to vote, can be found on our website, WLBT.com.